act of unprecedented political violence, hundreds of Donald Trump supporters violently stormed the Capitol in an attempt to halt the peaceful transfer of power. And in the immediate aftermath of that attack, the facts of what happened were not in question. Everyone knew what they saw.
It was surreal. It was definitely a dark day in the history of America.
Our nation still mourns the unacceptable violence and anarchy that took place in this Capitol last week.
It's just an unprecedented event, nothing any of us have ever seen in our lifetime. We've got to prosecute these people and from my perspective, put them under the jail.
The president bears responsibility for Wednesday's attack on Congress by mob rioters.
All I can say is count me out. Enough is enough.
January 6th was a disgrace. American citizens attacked their own government. They used terrorism to try to stop a specific piece of domestic business they did not like. They built a gallows and chanted about murdering the vice president. They did this because they'd been fed wild falsehoods by the most powerful man on earth. Because he was angry, he lost an election.
But in the 3 years since, there has been a concerted effort to rewrite that history, to intentionally ignore, disregard, revise, again, what everyone saw with their own eyes.
For Americans to know the truth. This has been fraught with an unbelievable amount of misinformation and untruths. And I think this, when you see the footage yourself, it's going to give you an understanding of what was there and what occurred that day. Because we're currently only, depending upon really partisan descriptions of what happened.
I let people make their own decisions.
Look, we want the American people to draw their own conclusions. As you know, we have to blur some of the faces of persons who participated in the events of that day because we don't want them to be retaliated against. And to be charged by the DOJ and to have other, concerns and problems.
They are going to take this and milk this for anything they could to try to be able to smear anyone who ever supported Donald Trump.
But let me be clear. There was no insurrection, and to call it an insurrection, in my opinion, is a bold-faced lie. If you didn't know the TV footage was a video from January the 6th, you would actually think it was a normal tourist visit.
FBI operatives were organizing the attack on the Capitol.
I have all this evidence. I'm showing you a tip of this iceberg.
Why am I the only person on the stage, at least, who can say that January 6th now does look like it was an inside job?
These people were set up. It was an inside job. People should, quote, see for themselves. The thing is, we did see for ourselves. Everyone did. As we approach another anniversary of that day, none of it should be in question. A group of people motivated by the lies of the then-sitting president of the United States attacked the Capitol in a desperate attempt to keep him in power. But for the coalition that supports Donald Trump, what happened on January 6th is apparently and unfortunately still up for debate. And as we enter the new year, that specter of political violence continues to hang over the country. Joining me next is someone who defended the Capitol on January 6th. My conversation with